All right, hello everybody, welcome. Let's do this. Game plan for today is evaluating box and whisker plots. So before we begin, make sure you have A, the lesson, B, your calculator, C, take a second and copy this into your notes over here. And I'll just move the camera angle over here. You could pause the video. What I'd like you to do is take a look at your notes and what were the 5 parts within this visual description of data values within this box and whisker plot. What are the 5 values being shown, right? And please take a look at your calculator skills needed to create a box and whisker plot, right? Take your time, right? And have these 2 vocabulary words. Hopefully, we have our notes, right? And look, I will show you Mr. G's notes. Oh my God, these are all your notes for the whole year that I've kept. And look, this looks very familiar, right? This is from lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and voila. Here are the notes from lesson 3 that you should have. And within this box and whisker plot, this part over here we call the min, the Q1, the Q2, the Q3, and the max, right? And these are the 5 data values. And hopefully we remembered the calculator skills needed to have this down. What I'd like you to do is, with the index card that you have, just so we have a better way of writing notes, let's try this. Here, grab your index card, and on the back where it's clear, just write box and whisker plot, right? And on the side where there are lines, let's just draw this diagram, right? Because this is something that we should have. So let me move this for 1 second. I put it here. And let's just have this down, right? Like here, even though you wrote it in your notes, what I'd like us to do is be a little bit more organized with some index cards so you could have some lovely, beautiful notes, right? So here, this will be our minimum. This will be Q1, Q2, Q3, and the maximum, right? And then here, what are the calculator skills that you need to actually be able to do this? We're going to practice a problem together to kind of review that. And then here, remember that when we talk about minimum, very straightforward, right? This is just the lowest data value, highest data value. Here, this is the median, right? Or this is 50% of my data values. Here, this is 25%. And here, this is 75%. And you could say lower quartile, upper quartile, right? And this is what we should have for our box and whisker plot. All right, so let's actually get to the nitty gritty and let's try some math problems having this visual description, right? So here, let's take a look. Let's move our notes to the side and let's take a look at the warm up question over here. And let's see, what does it say? It says, first part, it says, let me fix the camera angle. Okay, that's good. It says, the students in Miss Glenn's math class earned the grades shown below. They got a 65, a 70, a 70, an 80, an 80, 82, 88, 88, 90, 90, 95. Which box and whisker plot represents this data, right? So just by looking at it, what can you evaluate? Like if I have my min, my Q1, my Q2, my Q3, and my max, right? Well, the min, very easy, right? And notice the data values are in order, right? So the min is 65, and the max would be 95. Now here for the Q2, you need the median of all these data values. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say stop. You should talk to your best friend. And who's your best friend? The calculator. What I'd like you to do is, can you show how to get the min, Q1, Q2, Q3 max with the calculator, with these data values? Take a second, look at your notes, and try your best, right? Like try and use your best friend right here to answer this question of finding what the Q1, Q2, Q3 is. Because to do this by hand, it's a little annoying. Like once I show you once, I don't feel like I ever want to do it ever again. That's just me. So first things first, let's say if you pause the video and you want to see how to do this part. First, reset the calculator. How do I reset the calculator, right? Pause the video, take a second, right? What do? I hit second plus 712. Okay, all right, calculator is reset. And if I ever go too fast, just pause the video and rewind, right? But what would I do if I want to find this, right? To find all these data values, I hit stat, I go to edit, I hit enter, and then I have my L1 here. So let's put in the data values, right? I have 65, enter, 70, enter, 70, enter, 80, enter, 80, enter, 82, enter, 88, enter, another 88, a 90, another 90, and a 95. Bam. Okay, so now the data values are in L1, right? Okay, so now what you do is you hit stat again. I go to calc, so I just go one to the right, and under one variable stats, I hit enter, and I want to go to the calculate command, and notice that it's saying the list of L1. I hit enter, and then bam, it gives me all these numbers, but the one that we want is right here. Notice that's my min, right? The min is right here. My Q1 is 70. My Q2 is 82, which is the median of all the values. My upper quartile, right, or my Q3 is 90. And notice my max is 95. It tells me right over here. Okay? Then which one of these graphs, right, which one of these box and whisker plots represents these data values, right? Pause the video, take your time, and try and answer that question. Right? Well, let's see. Is it the first one? No. Because it says min is 65, so it's not that one. It could be this one. Can't be that one. Could be this one. What about the max? 95. Okay. The median is 82. Well, notice this says the median is 80. This one shows 82, a little bit more to the right. Okay, I'm just going to pick this one. This answer choice over here. Oh, sorry, I should have, I messed up my camera angle. But this is the answer choice. Okay, let's try the next page. Should look something like this, right? It says, in the box and whisker plot below, what is the second quartile, right? So take your second, take your time, and have your notes, right? And oh, what I should have said was, when we did this question, and you saw that I was using the calculator skills to be able to do this question, maybe if you want, rewind the video and write down what the skills were, right? We have it in the last pair of notes, right? You remember this part here where it shows the steps of how to do it. But if you feel like you need to write it down again, go for it. But okay, so let's take a look at this question. It says, in the box and whisker plot below, what is the second quartile? Okay, well, second quartile would be the line within my box and whisker plot, right? And notice the line here is at 30. Right, so my Q2 is 30, and that's my answer choice. Just for fun, what would be Q1? What is the min? What is Q3? What is the max? Right? If you want to take a second and try to answer these 5 questions, right? What would be the min value? 5. Right? Pause the video if you want. What's my Q1 value? 25. What's my Q3 value? 45. What's my max value? 50. Okay? Notice that you could understand these 5 parts just by looking at the graph. Okay, second question. Pause the video, right? If you want, try it on your own. You don't need to just do every question with me. It says, what is the value of the third quartile shown on the box and whisker plot? Right? And just by looking at our picture over here, the third quartile, like if we have our box over here, it is this part over here is the third quartile. So looking at this diagram, the third quartile should be at 10. Right? So it would be, which one would it be? It would be this one. Okay, next one. Very, very easy questions, right? Pause the video, try and do it on your own, Okay, don't just wait for me. It says the box and whisker plot below represents student scores on an English test. What is the value of the upper quartile? So here, when we think upper quartile, maybe I didn't write it over here, but take a guess which one would be the upper quartile, right? This is our upper quartile, medium quartile, lower quartile, right? So it would be just finding my Q3. So this is just Q3. So which one of these data values is Q3? Okay, it's right here, right? This is the Q3, and notice it's at 82. And is that an answer choice? Wait, this is Q2? Not sure. Maybe they made a mistake? Did I make a mistake? I don't know. We'll come back to this one. Interesting. I'm not sure what's up with this question. The accompanying diagram shows, try this one, pause the video, right? The accompanying diagram shows a box and whisker plot of students' test scores on last year's January Regents examination. What is the median score? Okay, let's look at our notes. Which one of these data values shows median score, right? Take your time. My Q2. And what is Q2 over here? It's this part here. And notice it's like between 80 and 81. Okay, so fine. 81, that's the one. I'm sorry, it's a little bit after 80. All right, very nice. What is the value of the upper quartile? Maybe it's this one? Because it's like in between 82 and 92? I'll come back to that. All right, let's take a look at the next part. Here, okay, so these questions get a little bit more difficult. Let's take a look. It says, and remember, pause the video, try and do it by yourself. It says, the box and whisker plot shown below represents the number of candy bars sold by LGJ's Snowboard Club. Which statistical measures do points B, D, and E represent respectively? Well, this is my B, this is D, this is E. Okay, pause the video, try and figure this out. Right? What does B represent? What does D represent? What does E represent? B will represent my Q1. D should be Q3. And E should be my max. Right? Because, just look at the picture. Okay, so it's not this answer choice. Well, Q1 is my first quartile. Right? That's just another way of saying Q1. I mean, that is Q1. Q1, not the median. Pause, Q3, so this isn't it. First quartile, third quartile, max. This one looks it. Yeah, this is not, remember, median is Q2, so it wouldn't be that one. It's not Q2, which letter would represent Q2 would be C, so okay, that's not it. All right, next one. The Yankees recorded the number of high school students attending home openers versus the Mets last year. The box and whisker plot shown below represents the data for the number of tickets sold in the hundreds. So this isn't just one ticket sold, this would be 100, 300, 500, la la la. Which conclusion could be made using this plot? The second quartile is 600. The mean of the attendance is 400. And maybe we need to go back. How do you find the mean, right? The range, we need to talk about this vocabulary word. The range of the attendance is 300 to 600. 25% of the attendance is between 300 and 400. Well, first, let's just go to our notes very quickly. Let's just grab this. And let's just do a quick little review, or one of these words, range. How do you find the range within a set of data values? You take your maximum value minus minimum value. So here, so to find the range between these data values, right? You have to take, let's look at range, right? Range would be max versus minus min, right? And what's my max value? It looks like it's 900, right? Because the tickets are sold in hundreds. That's my max. This is my min, so it's 9 minus 1, so it's 8. Okay, so let's just see. Let's go through each one. The second quartile is 600. Well, this is false because the second quartile is at 400, so it can't be this one. The mean of the attendance is 400. We don't know that. This one we don't know because to find mean, remember you have to add all the data values, and divide it by the number of data values. So notice we're not doing that. We can't really find the mean within a box and whisker plot. So this one's not true. The range of the attendance is between 300 and 600. That is false because the range is between the max and the min. 25% of the attendance is between 300 and 400. And that's pretty good because here within Q1 and Q2, right? This is 25% and this is 50%. So what this is saying is that 25% of my data values are here. Another 25% of my data values are here because this is 25%, this is 50%, and that's 75%. So then this would be the answer choice. Okay, next one. Let's take a look. Based on the box and whisker plot below, which statement is false? This is a good question. Well, let's take a look. Pause the video, try this on your own, right? Maybe something to help you with this question, right? Just identify the min, the Q1, the Q2, the Q3, and the max, right? And if you want, you could also identify the range. Okay? Pause the video and just try and answer just this part first before you actually go through the questions to see which is false. Let's take a look. What is my minimum value? It looks like it's 2. My maximum value is 12. My Q1 is 4. Q2 is 7. Q3 is 11. Okay, so let's see, which one is false? Right, well the median is 7. Median Q2 7, this is true. The range is 12. Oh, we didn't do the range. What's the range? The range should be 12 minus 2, which is 10. So it looks like the range is not 12. So that's false. But let's just look at the other ones for a quick second. The first quartile is 4. That's true. The third quartile is 11. That's true. So which one is false is this one? The range is 12. Okay. Very nice. Next one. The box and whisker plot below represents a set of grades in Baruch's statistics class. Which interval contains... Oh, was there a typo? I guess I didn't get the question. All right, let's just skip this one. All right. Let's take a look at these two. Here, spicy questions. During the last 15 years of his baseball career, Mr. Adames hit the following number of home runs each season. So the first season he hit this many home runs, 24 in the second season, 32, so on and so on. State and label the values of the min, the first quartile, the median, third quartile, and max. Okay. So we need the min, we need Q1, we need Q2, you need Q3, and now you need the max. Well, okay. What are you going to use? Who's going to help you with this problem? Your calculator. Everybody, you should try this, right? And notice, right now my calculator has which data values, right? Notice it has these data values. So to erase all these data values, let's reset the calculator, right? So here, How do I reset the calculator? Show it one more time. Second plus 712, right? And then if you need to write that within your notes, please do. Now, hopefully, you have the calculator skills to be able to do this question, because this question is very easy. And if you need to rewrite the skills again, or you need to see it again, I'll show you. Here, what's the first move we do? We hit stat, we hit edit, and now let's put in these data values. And the nice thing about your calculator, because you see here, these values are not in order, but the calculator will put it in order for you. So let me zoom in a little bit. Let me get a good camera angle. Good. Okie dokie. What's my first data value? 35, enter. 24, enter. 32, enter. 36, enter. 40, enter. 32, enter. 40, enter. 38, 36, 33, 11, 20, 19, 22, and 8. Okay, so those are all my data values. Then what do? I hit stat again, and hopefully you have this down in your index card. I hit stat again. I go to calculate. I hit one var stats, and then I go to calculate. And then voila, here are my data values, right? Here, what is my min? Just so I can have it here, what is my min? It is min x, right, is 8. That's my lowest data value. My Q1 is 20. My Q3, I'm sorry, my medium is 32, which is the Q2. Q3 is 36, and the max is 40. Okay. Now, how can I create the box and whisker plot with these data values, right? Well, okay, let me have my number line, right? How should I have my number line? Maybe if this is 0, maybe I could go, because maybe 4 looks like a very nice number. I'm thinking 4 because 4 is the max, right? So imagine if I had 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Oh man, it looks very squished. 36, 40. Oh, I don't like what I did. I need to let my paper breathe. So, pause. If you have an eraser, go ahead and erase it. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to make it look a little bit nicer. What I'll do is I'll do 0, and for every 2 spaces, I'll put 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. Okay, that looks a little bit better, right? And usually it should be below, but it is what it is. Okay, so then how do I make my box and whisker plot? What I want you to do is pause the video and try it by yourself. How would you show this over here? Try your best, right? What would I do first? First, I go to the min. Then I should go to, like, you should do this first, then do this one second, right? This is the max, which is 40. Now, from the min, let's go to Q1. Q1 is at 20, so I'm going to go from the min to Q1, and this is the first part of my box, right? Then I'll go to Q2, which is 32. I'll put this here. Q3 is 36. I'll put this here. And then bam, that is my box, and that is connecting it to 40. Is it the most beautiful thing in the world? Sure, but it gets the job done. Happy face. What I'd like you to do is try this question on your own and answer it, right? And then for this part, these 2 questions we could go over in class. For your exit ticket, if you could do these 2 questions on your own and hand it in for today, that's a big accomplishment. All right, proud of you. I'll see you in class.